And we're back with the next hour of Song of Tara. And I swear, it must be an allergic reaction to me saying this. You sneeze every time. Okay, we can now comprehensively say that Aya is in fact allergic to my voice. Point well made.
Stop laughing. Can I still snort?
Yes.
Don't snort stuff either. It's bad for you to snort stuff.
Well, as I was going to say last time, as I think...
Sorry.
Sorry, I'll mute.
Okay.
As the noise dies down, I think
Jesus, die down.
she will briefly look around, and then she'll just go in to find out. Well, find the dead and the living Arun.
Yeah.
I think she'll find Connell sitting next to Aaron, stark naked.
Wasn't he wearing dedicated clothing?
Nope.
Why does he not wear
just looking at the
anymore?
just looking at the dead packmate.
Yeah, I think Shiva gets in there, looks around, and I'll roll another rage check.
Yeah.
Although I'm pretty sure she can't actually.
Not unless she has to roll over several rounds now.
No, but then it would be possible. So if there is something that if there is something that continuously angers her, then until she.
Let's just say she's not going to stay here.
No, because ouch, that was close. And yeah, Aaron is lying there dead on the couch. I would say that's a good reason to continue rolling, wouldn't you?
Well, I just rolled.
Yeah, but as I said, you can accumulate successes.
I suppose over time, or do you want me to roll for every millisecond?
No, over time, but
Well, he
definitely.
just
In that
said
case,
that
I would
she
like
would
to
give
act
the
before
roll.
the next roll.
Yes.
I think she goes over, puts a hand on Connell's shoulder, and says, "Find some clothes. I'll carry him out." And then she attempts to pick Aaron up. I assume he's quite heavy.
Yeah.
I think then she'll notice that Connell isn't quite there, in the sense that he's just staring at Aaron's corpse.
Also regarding Aaron being quite heavy, dead weight.
Quite
literally.
Quite literally, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't mean to make a pun there.
Yes. If you'd have done that in character, you would have been attacked.
In that
Sorry,
case,
but that's a word for it.
Yeah.
in that case, she kneels down in front of Connell, and puts. I think she actually puts her hand on his cheek, and says, "Connell, we need to get out of here. We can deal with this later. Go find some clothes."
He blinks, and then understanding dawns, and he gets up slowly, and walks to where he thinks Aaron's. He remembers Aaron's bedroom being.
Yeah.
And I suppose. Yeah, sorry. Go on.
And finds
Something.
a shirt, a pair of pants. He doesn't care, even if it fits, it that's of no relevance to him.
No. But as I recall, they're both fairly large guys. I think they probably pretty much fit each other's sizes.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right.
I think at that point Shiva probably feels the rage bubbling, so she'll attempt to take a moment to close her eyes and count to 10 and take a few deep breaths.
Doesn't she have calm heart?
She does.
That would normally up the difficulty by 2.
Does. I included it in the last roll.
Oh, right. I just wanted to be sure. Yep, I can see 8, and you still... Oh, my goodness. Yes, ew. The much ew. Okay.
So, shall I roll again?
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Can I'll roll, and then... No, I'll ask beforehand. Can I use willpower to not frenzy?
Yes, you can. If you frenzy, you can actually... Then you can spend a willpower to suppress it.
I would like to spend a willpower...
To suppress it, yes. you can just you feel the red mist coming down over your eyes, and then at the very last second you force yourself to no, I'm not going there.
I could just see that Connell went in first, and he flips out, then I'll go, and then she flips out, and then Finna goes in, and she flips out, and Taryn and Tally is just out there and just... Maybe we should send someone without rage.
Why didn't we bring Elfina?
Because
The only
you
one who can't
carry
break.
him out.
Couldn't ask her to do even more, see all the violence with us. Well, we suppose we could, but
Is there a
Yeah, I think-
piece of cloth or something I could put over Aaron?
Yeah, there is.
In that case, she does that, and then she carries him out.
There's the blanket you slept with, at least.
Well, that has been shredded. It's weird. It's like this great big hairy beast came through this room.
But that was in there. That was down in the living room.
Oh, true. Yes, well, fair enough. The
She does her best to, not roll him in it because I think he's too heavy, and
Yeah. she just
But-
covers him with it. Yeah.
yeah, and then she's going to carry him out.
I think.
At
Where
that-
did we park?
While you guys are
According
waiting
to
out,
the.
while you guys are waiting outside, and everyone else is inside doing their shtick. Sorry, Heine. There's a text message that pops in on all of your cell phones. Whether the ones inside notice it is a different matter because they're busy. But you guys out there get a text message from Kat saying, "Get to my place pronto."
Taryn looks at it while she's trying to help Tally into the car because she's probably kind of in shock still.
Yeah.
And being outside the car would be, oh look, there's a bloody guy over there.
he sees. Taliesin has just enough wherewithal to see the text. He's still holding his phone. That's the thing. So he sees the text message come in.
Yeah.
And he's able to gather just enough of himself to look at Taryn pleadingly and just say, "Get them quickly. Get us out of here.
Get into the car. Okay.
I mean, just get them." And Taliesin goes and sits in the car. Broken man.
Taryn
Yes.
walks up the stairs, looks back every time she takes a step just to make sure that Tally isn't flipping out too.
Yeah.
And then goes into the apartment.
Yep.
Kat wants us to come over immediately.
You
need
are
help?
gonna have to roll as well.
I just rolled 2 once. Let's see if I can do any better.
Please don't say it like that.
Yay! 2 threes!
You
She's
are in
getting
control.
there!
You are in control.
It's just like 1-1. Okay, he died. And now, oh no! Stuff happened. 3-3.
Finna sends Cat a text back. What is it?
I just got the message. She writes back, I just got the message from Fina. Please bring him here.
Well, at least Taryn is going to help Shiva get him out, so it's easier.
In that
If Finna
case,
could text and nod, that's what she would do, but yeah.
Yeah.
can Taryn carry Aaron on her own?
That depends on how heavy the guy is.
Well, he's a sizable, very muscular young man. He's probably in the vicinity of, I don't know, 90 kilos of muscle.
I think actually Shiva will just tell Taryn to hold him for a little bit before punching the wall for a few times.
So,
Yeah.
hold him!
Yeah. We've all got our ways of dealing with the rage at the moment.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, I think she punches on so her knuckles bleed because
Yeah.
pain. Focus on that.
Yeah.
And then she takes him back, and
Well,
I
Taryn has no
assume they put
strength.
him in the trunk.
I think Finna's way
Yeah.
of dealing with the anger right now, I guess she's the one blocking the elevator, is just very angrily pushing the open button. Repeatedly. Very hard.
It's a good thing that she isn't in Kreenus because then there wouldn't be no button left.
Yeah.
Squish, squish, squish. Yes, okay. Well, I basically read the situation as you guys actually bring Aaron's earthly remains to Kat's place.
Yeah.
Good.
Mhm.
Then we forward to there.
Yes, I think all of us will be doing various things in the journey on the way there.
By the time you arrive, incidentally, the morning traffic has started to pick up, and so it is
Harder.
it is a little harder to get there without, at absolutely breakneck pace. But then again, you've already seen what happened, so yeah.
I think during the drive over there, I think there'll be a few close calls.
Yeah.
And Aaron, sorry, not Aaron, but Connell will want to get out of the car and smack whoever he's almost driven into silly.
Yeah,
no,
road
he was
rage
the
is
one-
definitely a thing.
Exactly, and I imagine that the others will talk him out of it, and then they'll eventually reach Casper.
I don't think Dublin has ever experienced road rage quite like this.
Nope.
Nope.
It's just
Probably
like a werewolf brings another entirely
Well,
other different meaning to road rage.
Exactly.
There was the one time, and I do mean the one time they tried to put Eric in a car. It didn't end well.
No, I'm kind of thinking that
Oh,
now
dear.
take Mad Max and
Yes,
couple
anyway,
it,
so yes,
and couple it with a guru. That's road
Nice.
rage.
Yikes!
On the way there, Taryn will probably be checking Tally because he looks bloody to make sure that he's physically okay.
Well, he's not wounded.
And then probably drying some of the blood off his cheeks,
Yeah.
probably some of the tears too, just holding an arm around him.
Yes,
That was
tears-
probably not the funniest thing to see in the morning. First he
No.
got kissed by a dead person, and then he sees a dead person.
Yeah. Taliesin will be alternating between closing his eyes and looking very he's concentrating very hard on something, having his eyes open, staring into nothing, while either swearing in Welsh, speaking in Welsh, or saying very quietly to himself, "I'm going to kill him," and then looking at Taryn, saying, or looking at Taryn when she does the clean-up and sort of trying to look grateful despite the fact that he's in emotional turmoil.
And then
She of
Finna
course
does
sees
the-
that and just pulls his head in for a hug, like, I know, you're allowed to be angry-ish.
And then Finna does a very unwise thing and asks, "So, do we know who of the leeches were behind this?"
Oh. Oh shit.
I think this is one of those close calls I mentioned earlier because
Yeah.
Connell just turns his focus away from the road, turns his gaze toward Fenna, and just says, "Victoria."
Yes, I think Taliesin was saying at the exact same time. But yeah.
I'm gonna, because I knew this would
Mm-hmm.
scream.
Rolling a rage.
Oh god.
Oh, please no.
Look on the bright side. She only has 3 rage.
Always look
Don't
on the bright side of rage. Hey, only one success.
You're still okay. Very angry though.
We are pushing it. We are all pushing it. Okay.
The ugly
Poor
thing
Jenna.
of having a frenzy while you are sitting in a car is that it's basically like releasing a Tasmanian devil armed with razor blades inside a tin can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're caught there with it.
Well,
I,
the thing to keep in mind though with frenzy is that if Fenna's gnosis exceeds her permanent rage,
Yeah.
then she doesn't attack packmates.
No, that's
Oh,
true.
that's nice.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that is nice.
That would,
That's
that's
definitely
not
a
the
thing.
case with Connell though. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck.
Just wanted to remind-
Luckily, if you don't use a willpower to avoid it, you can use a willpower to not attack your friends either.
I think Shiva has been on the entire ride has rhythmically been punching something, and I think when it's clear Connell is getting worked up, the punching sound will get louder, and she'll place her other non-punchy hand somewhere on his body, but not really look at him. Just punch, punch, punch. She might dent your car. I'm sorry.
Is she strong enough for that? Well, I guess cars aren't that sturdy.
No.
And if you punch the same place again and again
And you
and
don't
again.
and you don't care if you're actually getting hurt in doing so.
Actually, part of the reason is to get hurt.
Well,
That
You
sounds
get-
emo.
you get 2.
The physical pain hurts less than my feelings.
Exactly.
Very emo.
That is
go-
also the reason cutters are cutters.
You get to this place.
That's why I'm calling it emo. It's because it's like cuddles.
No.
What did we get to? The K?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
That should be Cat's bar.
That is Cat's place.
You get that.
Yes. And you manage to get the dead person out of the car and into Cat's place without drawing attention to yourselves, because I'm that kind of very, very nice storyteller.
That is
Yes.
very kind of you.
We're just
You is the most kindest.
we're just bringing in a blanket that's bumpy and red and dripping.
Yeah, of course. It's the World of Darkness. Everyone knows that delivery service.
Yep.
Yep.
The same with blankets and carpet stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're just reverse carpet cleaners.
Yeah.
Yes. You're the carpet dirtiers.
Or carpet soilers or something.
No, you do not want to
Carpet
call
soilers.
anything remotely canine the carpet soilers. That
Oh,
would
we
be
are.
that would be a good name for a pack of what are they called? Bone Norse.
It's actually not get a Ferris who would then
Tippities on
send
it.
it to Tempetees.
All right, guys.
Yikes.
Who are you? We are the Tempetees
Um,
for the world.
yeah.
Oh, I just imagine an entire group of dachshunds now.
Oh
Yeah.
dear. Taliesin will be one of the ones to help move Aaron's body, and if needs be, I will spend a willpower point against Rhett to prevent having to rage. And I will justify that in game by having him.
It's no problem. You have all.
Are we done? Are we
Yeah,
kind of raged
you,
out?
You,
Oh
you
dear.
don't need to rage at seeing his body at this time.
That's good. Well, I was the very first person to to see it all. They got to see them one after the other. They got to see the body and then the message. I had to see them both in one sitting. But anyway, yeah, I'll help move him.
Well, you get into the apartment. You have Cat gestures for you to place him. She has cleared the kitchen table, which is long enough for him to lie there. And she gestures for you to put him there. She doesn't say a word.
I hope she's put
Well,
like a
this-
waxen tablecloth over it or something.
She has, but she doesn't say a word. She looks like there's something going on behind her eyes, and none of you probably really want to know what it is.
So just out
Right.
of game curiosity, what about Janet?
Janet is currently in her room.
Okay.
Whether she's awake or not,
In a room, I guess.
well, Fenna's room, yeah, but whether she's awake or not is anyone's guess. Xenia is or was there when you left. She had been crashing on the couch. She does that a lot. She's nowhere to be seen.
I guess we all stand around saying nothing for a while.
Yep.
Once you've put him there, and everybody is in the room, and everybody has had a moment, Cat looks around and says, "What did you see? What was there?"
Leeches.
Lots
Doors.
of them.
Yeah. At least 10 of them. Blood. Most of the rooms. Furniture overturned, doors off their hinges, and a message on the wall.
What did it say?
I can't remember exactly, so let's just assume that Tally says it word for word.
It said, one of yours for one of ours. We can replenish our numbers, puppies. You can't. All you can do is die, and then signed with a V.
Okay. So yeah, I say that.
Yeah. And there's a lot of typing right now.
Yeah, there is.
Clickety clickety click. The cat nods very slowly, as if she's taking all of that in. All we can do is die, is it? She finally says, well, let's see about that. Remember how I said to all of you that I wanted to fight, not just to stay alive, but to win. Do you remember?
Yeah, we do.
I
Bennett.
want you to kill every single one of them.
At this, Connell smiles.
If there is one or two of them that you feel you have any reason to keep alive, for whatever reason, I do not want to know of it. They can stay as long as they damn well please in St. Patrick's. Other than those, they die. And I want them to scream before they die.
Do you have any petrol?
I can get you all the petrol you need. This is war. They do not piss on the Get of Fenris. They do not piss on the Garou. They do not piss on me. And they do not kill one of ours without us taking back their blood in more than equal measure.
When I find her, I am going to tear out her innards and feed them to her.
Please do.
Good luck.
Make it.
Her own innards when I've already killed her.
Make it hurt. And make sure the rest of them knows that it happens. I want them running scared.
I will tell them in no uncertain terms as she dies, screaming and gurgling that they are next.
She takes out her cell phone and she types in a short message. She shows it to all of you. It says, the leeches have killed Aaron. It is war. Every leech seen or found is to die. And then she sends it, and it goes out to every member of the sept.
It's open season then.
It's open season. She looks over at Fenna and says, you want to get a hold of Pernille at some point and talk to her, because we're going to need someone on the inside who can misplace reports, because this is going to get very, very messy. And the Garda are going to be interested.
Yeah. I'll have to do that, but I have this issue where one of My other friends kind of went missing right around the time of the temple bar shit.
And you think it's connected?
I have no clue. I want to know.
If it is or not. Do you have any leads? Any leads at all?
No. Janet was the last one who saw her. I've
Very well.
been meaning to ask her where.
Then when Janet comes back around, and right now she's asleep, she woke up briefly after you left. I sent her back to bed, and she is now asleep. Not surprisingly, first changes will do that. When she comes back around, I will tell her that you may need some information from her. I will make sure there is someone from the set to keep watch over her at any and all times. It's not always going to be me, because quite frankly, I want my claws to drip with their blood just as much as you do. I don't care how old they are, I don't care how powerful Connor thinks he is. I am gonna rip his fucking tongue out and force it in through his eyes.
Where do we start?
Sorry, what?
Shiva asked, where do we start?
Well, you know where they hang out. They're still in Temple Bar, the lot of them. The Garda have done us a great big favor by shutting the place down. It's still shut down tomorrow night. I don't think it's gonna be pretty. And I know we're gonna be outnumbered. And I know they have silver bullets. And right now, I don't give a shit.
So we wait for them to wake up so we can find them.
We're gonna have to. I don't know where they sleep. But I am going to send our best trackers, and yes, that does in fact include you, Fenna, out to sniff out whatever you can in Temple Bar.
Do you happen to have a spare gun?
I do.
I have been training.
Good. She goes into her own room. She comes out a moment later, and she holds out what the hell is it called? She holds out a gun for you, but it's a matter of what that gun is that type of gun is called.
That's okay, I don't know gun types.
No, it's let me just see. She's got she's holding a shotgun, a double-barreled shotgun. But it's had its stock has been cut down so that it's like a pistol stock, basically.
Oh, it's a sawn-off.
It's a sawn-off, but without the stock as well. So it's I think they're called hogsheads or something like that. But I can't remember.
I'm just going to be ignorant here for a second. What's the stock?
Kolben.
I'm
gonna find
talk to me like I know nothing about guns.
Yeah, me too,
In
actually.
any language.
I'm gonna find a nice little picture for you here. Give me a second, because I have an image, and I'm going to show it to you and to the viewers, because I think this time I actually remember how to do all that. First, we open this thing. There, you see the link?
Yes.
Good. And then...
Oh.
Yeah.
I want one like that. I want one like that.
That thing is what she gives you.
Okay.
Cool.
She says it packs a huge punch, she says. You shoot that at a leech, and they're gonna disintegrate. And then she takes out 4 rounds and gives them to you and says, I only have these 4. Save them for when you need them.
I make them count.
They're called dragon breath rounds.
Taryn lifts both brows. She knows what that means.
I don't know if Finna does.
And she said they're called dragon breath rounds. They're called that for a reason. You fire one of these things, you're gonna have about 10 meters of flame coming out of the end of this thing. You hit a vampire with that, and that vampire's gonna have a really bad night.
Yeah, him and the other 5 behind him.
Yeah, just about. But I
Finna
only have
sort
those
of
4, and I can't get any more.
Finna sort of smiles, but it's mixed with it's a very sadistic smile mixed with anger and sadness.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a sneer.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not
It's
going
gonna be
to.
hard to carry that thing while you're in Lupus, though, if you want to sniff around.
Oh,
I can go with her.
it's
Good.
I guess it's not dedicated then.
Well, it's dedicated to me, but not to you.
Taliesin looks to Kat and says, I want something similar. Who should I go to?
Well, I only have the one of those. I have other weapons.
That's fine. Whatever's available.
Do you know how to fire a gun? Have you ever fired a gun?
Farmer back in Wales taught me to shoot his shotgun when I was 11.
All right.
I've had some additional training with Cesar since then.
Good. Well, in that case, she says, and picks up her cell phone and calls and says, yes, Cesar, I know you just fell asleep. Aaron is dead. And then she goes quiet and her eyebrows rise slowly. And she says, no, nobody thinks you had anything to do with it. No, Cesar, nobody thinks that you actually did anything to him. We all know how this went down. Breathe, man, breathe. Look at your cell phone when I'm done. I sent you a text message 5 minutes ago. The leeches did this. It's war. We need guns.
Wait, Cesar seems suspicious. Is he in cahoots with the leeches?
and then she nods for a while and says, yes, that would be quite excellent. Yes, tomorrow night in the green. Yes, just like that, exactly. No, well, you know what? Yeah, bring that thing too. You only have, how many rounds do you have for that? 2 will do. Thank you. I don't want to know how you got them. No, Cesar. Don't start telling me. Shut up! Good grief.
Oh, he's a puppy who really wants to show. I didn't do it, I swear!
All right, I'll see you tomorrow night later tonight, I should say, at the green. You too. And then she hangs up.
Oh, poor Cesar. Aaron died. I didn't do it! No, I don't think it did, but I didn't do it! I swear to you, I didn't do it!
That's not the problem. He's got she looks at all of you. Well, he's got a grenade launcher. He's only got 2 grenades for it.
That's awesome.
I think
So
that's a bit
Aaron
more than
slowly lifts a hand. I
Mhm.
think I know how to get more for it, though.
Well, in short order.
I can ask Kiva.
Good. That would be a good idea. That would be an excellent idea, in fact.
Also, I can probably make bombs if it's needed. She
Yeah,
turns around and starts walking.
Yeah, Kat, if you can get me the materials, I intend to spend the day making cocktails. I heard they don't like fire.
They really don't.
There is one more thing, boss.
What's that?
I think I dozed off when they taught us this, but we just lost our alpha.
You did.
What do we do about that?
Well, in a situation like that, unless you have time to sit down and pick a new one. She looks around at you with this "I don't think you do right now" look.
I think she at least shakes her head. No.
In that situation, the leadership defaults to the beta.
Fair enough.
And then you can pick a new leader when you do have time.
Sure. Works.
That's usually why we have a beta.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the president has a vice president.
That is why I picked. That's why I picked Joseph. Because if I go, somebody's gonna have to be there who can keep people alive and hidden. And he's the best one we have for that.
Sure. Just wanted to know what
No
the
problem, no
protocol is.
Yeah. She takes a look at Connell, looks him up and down, and then she nods, and she says, "You remember that I told you you are the best this tribe has to offer. I really want to see you live up to that this time."
Connell smiles this predatory smile, and just nods.
Yeah.
I will.
Good. She sits down on the couch and runs her hands over her face in a very, very tired gesture. She shakes her head. She's still angry. It's clear she's angry. It's not resignation or anything like that. And she grits her teeth and she says, What the fuck were they thinking?
I think that's the problem. They didn't.
It was.
Actually, if it's Victoria who's behind this, or at least a part of it, I think they know exactly what they're doing. I think they have something brewing.
But
We're a part of it.
Didn't you come back and say last time we talked, that was yesterday, that you had gotten what almost like a peace offering from one of them?
Yeah, but you see, they are having an internal fight.
So it's...
And the guy who gave us the peace offering is actually rocking the cradle over there and beating them up.
I see. Well,
We took me, and then Victoria retaliated.
so all right. So I'm. Well, normally I would say that I would let them kill each other off, but not this time.
Yeah, but the leeches are basically having whatever the fuck you would call a borgerkrig in English.
Civil war?
Yeah, civil war, that's the word.
Well, they've always been having that, but we don't know that as werewolves, so anyway, but I think, yeah. In character, Taliesin will say, doesn't matter.
No,
We've committed.
it doesn't.
I'm not.
It doesn't matter. What matters is that they die. And I don't care about their sob stories. I don't care if they swear on a stack of holy scripture that they had nothing to do with it. I don't care about anything except them dying.
I'll care afterwards,
Yes,
but I'm going to kill them all the same.
exactly.
You know, there's some part of me that should be against this, but fuck it.
What, against killing leeches? Why?
Not that, no, just indiscriminate killing, but it doesn't matter.
It's not indiscriminate.
Not now.
It's only the leeches.
Yeah.
It's very much
Kills
not...
our alpha.
She smiles crookedly and says, well, strictly speaking, you can't even call it killing. They're already dead.
It's re-killing.
Destroying.
It's
Annihilate.
It's pest control. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Bringing to peace.
Yeah.
Taryn, who has been surprisingly calm around this entire thing, gets up and starts leaving. I'll go get ready.
As you do that, there's a knock on the door.
Just in time to open the door, she mutters and open the door.
Yeah. Outside the door is Francesca and Theodora. Francesca looks
Taryn
like
doesn't smile.
Francesca
For
looks
some
like
reason,
she's
she
been
looks
crying.
like- yeah.
And Theodora?
Theodora looks.
Angry.
Yeah, I think that's the right word.
Because to describe the level of anger she is at is beyond our comprehension, so just stick with what we know
Yeah.
and go from there. I think Taliesin will probably...
She just moves so they could go in.
Yeah. They do. And Theodora heads directly over to Kat and says, I am ready for the hunt. Just give me the order and I will start finding the swine. Well, you have your order then. Kat says, and then she looks over at Fenna and says, bring her. She's got a very good nose and you can use it right now. Theodora looks for just a second like she's about to protest. She is known to be a solitary hunter. And then she turns around and looks at Fenna and nods and says, yes. Please, come with me. Aaron was my friend too. I don't have many friends in this set.
I'm afraid bringing me means bringing him to Fenna points to Connell. He's been told to carry the gun for me when I'm in Lupus.
Well,
He's a man in white.
She smiles. She smiles a very sardonic little smile and goes, I see. Well, there goes the idea about stealth, but then it is daytime. I don't think we need it. They're not going to see us coming. Although, in fairness, their servants might. Let's call that a light workout, shall we?
Connell,
Yeah.
get some dedicated clothing.
Fenna,
You don't like me seeing me naked?
I think she was sent him a tired look. She's spent most of this time just staring at the wall. She's clearly
Not in the mood.
no.
Well, for the first time since hearing the news, Fenna kind of smiles, like, from actual amusement, and looks at Connell. You're my squire?
Taryn looks back, sighs, and leaves, closing the door. And it sounds like it's actually also locking. You don't know why, because she's on the outside.
Yeah.
Like, nope, you're not getting out.
I think at this point Taliesin stands up as well. He has stand up actually. So he looks around to the pack and just says, "You all know what you want to be doing. Keep me updated." Shiva,
Yeah?
you're acting beta while this is happening, okay?
What about you?
As I said, you'll keep me updated. I'll lead us when the battle comes. I'll be there for when you need me. If you feel I need to give you any advice, ask it of me. I have to make it.
I'll be here, I guess, so you can just find me here, because I'll be here.
There's a few things I need to take care of before tonight.
It's tomorrow night. But no,
Well,
whatever.
yeah, late. Well, it's very early morning, so it's in about something like 16, 17 hours or something like that.
Yeah, so I was about to
Maybe
say.
more like 18. But
Yeah,
yeah,
there's still a few things Tally wants to do,
Sure.
and obviously what he's not saying
Yeah.
as loudly as possible. Well, actually, no, he's not saying it loudly. He's not implying anything. Is that he's got to make one check-in at a church, and he's got to make a phone call to a tattoo parlor.
Hmm.
Why do you
Because-
think Taryn left? She doesn't know that there's a church with a sleeping Sandy, but she does know there's a tattoo parlor who needs to be gone when they come.
Yep.
So yeah,
Oh,
Could-
good luck waking up that leech. All those leeches.
yeah, we'll
If we
see.
find him, we can stuff him in something and then lock him in with her.
Something like that.
Leave a note, stay here. There's open season on vampires. Night night.
All right. The when well, as I said, Taryn leaves. Then Tally gets up to leave, and in the meantime, Francesca looks around at all of you with this expression on her face of boundless, indescribable sorrow. Like, she cannot believe what is happening, and she doesn't want to believe it. And then Kat nods to her just once and says, "You have to."
Oh, she doesn't want to fight.
And then that seems to snap Francesca out of it. And she nods and she says, I will. Right now, yeah, I will. She heads into the kitchen where Aaron is lying on the kitchen table. And she pulls up a chair, one of the kitchen chairs, and she sits down at by his head, and she puts a hand on either side of his head, like almost like she's cradling his head in her hands, and she begins to sing. She's singing. She's literally performing the first of a number of funerary rites for him. So
He's singing his funeral dirge.
well, yeah, that's probably going to involve Althea as well when the real thing happens. But yeah,
Are the rest of us also still in the kitchen? Or are we
Uh,
elsewhere?
people have. I would imagine that most of you, by the time that Taryn leaves, that most of you would have kind of moved to the living room as well, mostly because of the description as well that I got from Shiva, that she was basically sitting there staring into nothing, which is, I imagined, happened on the couch.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, sure.
that may simply have been me reading stuff into it I shouldn't have.
Wherever the conversation took place.
Okay.
That makes best sense to have a conversation in the living room if the corpse is in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It does.
So
Okay,
yeah,
I
she's
just
been sitting
needed to
staring.
know if Finna was witnessing the...
Yeah.
She isn't. That's fine.
Right around this time, when you're all getting ready to go and do each of your things, you hear the unmistakable sound of a door being opened, and you hear Janet's voice, kind of sleepy, going, "Wow, what's with all the people?"
Oh, don't go into the kitchen.
Yeah. Guys, she's not going into the kitchen. And Finna then just gets up and
What's going
goes
on?
to very quickly through the door and pushes Janet in and goes in with her and
Hey,
closes the
what?
door behind
Hey,
them.
I just need something to drink.
No you don't.
I don't.
You can...
Drink your pee.
Okay, the bathroom is right over there. Can you just drink from the tap or something?
Want me to bring her a beer?
Sure,
Drinking,
bring her beer or something.
drinking tap water in Dublin?
Sorry.
With
Nothing. Sorry, I'm not thinking straight.
No worries, no worries. But what's
I come from a
Connell
country where the
paper.
water is clean, damn it.
well, the water is clean. It's just all the fucking chemicals they put in it. Anyway, yeah.
Like I said, clean.
True. All right. Well, Connell, did you bring her a beer then? I didn't hear an answer if there was one.
Yeah, Connell brings her a beer.
All right. Well, she
It sounded
takes-
like.
Yeah, exactly. She
I'm sorry
takes
about
it and she opens it and she drinks from it. And she has this silly little smile on her face as she looks at the beer and goes, I'm not really old enough for this.
Doesn't matter, you won't get.
No, and it's hardly the first time I've had a drink, but
Well, it's the
What?
first time it's not going to work.
true, I guess. Why isn't it gonna work?
Remember what we talked about last?
Yeah, I do. It still seems like a weird dream though, but
Yeah. A weird and bad dream, I know. Well, funny thing, not so funny thing is it also comes with a very, very severe resistance to alcohol and drugs in general.
well, the drugs thing, I guess, is. Wait, does that include weed?
Yes.
Yep.
Fuck.
Sorry.
You can get weed off of Tally probably, but it won't do anything. I don't even know why he smokes it.
Because he likes it?
Yes.
Must be. Oh,
It's nostalgic for him.
well,
Oh, that's
but what's happening out there? Everybody looks sad, and what's happened?
A family member died.
yeah.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
So are we.
Uh,
So we're going. So we're going hunting.
I guess that doesn't mean the same as I would normally think that it
He-
is.
He smiles that same predatory smile as he smiled earlier and says, "Oh, it means the same. We're going hunting.
Oh,
Things are going to die."
yeah. Okay. I'm thinking it's not deer and
No, it's vampires.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're going full on Van Helsing.
Oh. That. So that's what you said. The vampires are bad, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Should I come?
no. Probably not.
No, I think you'll need some training before you
Okay.
get to join us on our hunts.
All right. Fair enough.
Learning by doing. Here, catch the leech. Give her training leech. As in the real thing. From a pond.
So Fenna.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking that since she's one of us, should we show her Aaron?
I think no.
Wait, what? Aaron? You've talked about Aaron? I know that you sometimes said he could be a...
He's the
Yeah.
family member I talked about.
She blanches. Oh God. I'm so sorry.
So here's what happened. And
Right.
I'm sorry, Fenna. She needs to know she's going to experience these things sooner or later anyway.
Yeah.
Last night, our friend was murdered by vampires. He did manage to kill 10 of them before they
Wow.
got the better of him.
Wow.
He slashed open 10 vampires.
He's really been... He was a fantastic fighter then, I take it.
Yeah.
And the
also,
thing is,
I think to know,
yeah,
vampires are strong, we are stronger.
Oh, I see. Okay, I get it. So yeah, so we're... Okay. I'm... Yeah. I guess I'll probably have a million questions for you, but
Well-
right now is not the time to ask them, I think.
No, Janet, do you remember what we talked about last night about not contacting your parents?
Yeah.
It is imperative that you do not contact your parents. Our lives depend on it, and your family's lives depend on it.
Right. I got it. I promise I won't. I give you my word. I won't.
Thank
She
you.
she looks deeply sincere.
We'll walk you through it as time allows,
I-
but right now we're in the middle of a war. We don't really have the luxury of time.
Right. What about the others, though? She says and looks at Fenna. What about Nala and the others?
I want to find out what's happened to Nala. The others, there's no reason to get them involved.
All right.
As long as they stay out of everything, they should be fine.
Right.
No, you have answered the when. Where did you last see Nala?
The last I saw her was, well, you remember I said it was that night when the whole mess in Temple Bar started.
Yes.
Yeah, that wasn't. I mean, we weren't there or anything. We were just, we'd been at a we'd been at a cafe having a couple of, well, she was old enough to buy Irish coffees, so we'd had a few of those,
Okay.
and we'd just been sitting around chatting, and she felt, she wasn't feeling too good. Not physically, but it was pretty clear she was really upset about something, and I kept, I didn't want to push her because, you know how Nala can get, then she gets all quiet like and walks away and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I tried to sort of find out what it was, and I think I managed to get out of her that it was something to do that I think she's in love, and I don't think it's going too well.
And
then
that's-
I don't know who with or anything, but eventually she got up and said, we had that, or we were gonna go tagging the Lewis the next night, and we said, good night, and then headed off, and that was it.
Huh. That's not really much of a lead.
No, I'm sorry, but have you
It's not
actually
good.
have you tried going to her place?
Not yet.
That
I
might
guess
be
I'll
an
try.
that might be an idea then.
May I knock on the door?
Want you
Yes.
to want me to come with you, Fenna? So you have
Right now I think I'm going hunting. I'm going tracking down leeches.
And
Just let me
there's a knock on the door.
Yeah, sure.
Again?
Well, this time it's just to the
To Finna's bedroom door.
Yeah, exactly. Do you open it?
Come in. The door wasn't locked or anything. So.
Shiva enters.
Oh, and by the way, Janet.
Yeah.
Regarding Temple Bar, that's the main leech hangout, and what's going on there is they are fighting each other.
She nods and says, "So I take it we're not going out to Temple Bar when we go out."
Depends on the purpose.
You can
Alright.
go to the dragon.
Where do we hang out instead? It's fine. I prefer.
Oh,
going
we can go there. We
I don't
just
know.
maybe don't want to go to their places.
Well, but it's no bother with me. I don't like the music there anyway. I prefer going to places like Fibbers and stuff.
If I may interject, Shiva
Yes.
says. I'm going to be staying here for most of the time anyways, and I could honestly use a distraction. Perhaps I could answer Janet's question while you two do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Sure.
I guess we should get going.
Right, just be careful, okay? Seriously, be careful.
As careful can be in this situation.
She's saying be careful.
Janet, there's
with
one thing
people
you
with
need to know.
daredevil.
Yeah.
Where it gets of Fenris, we're never careful.
She doesn't know what that means.
I think I
She will.
eventually.
Hmm.
Maybe that's one of. She turns around, looks like she's just had an idea. She turns around and looks at Shiva and says, "What's a get of Fenris?"
Shiva manages a small smile and says, "It's one of the many tribes of werewolves. They are known for being fighters and for being quite stupid."
Oh,
Hey!
sure, go ahead and offend us, will you?
Sure, but maybe the Fina are the stupidest saying that get offenders are stupid right in front of them.
What are the Fina?
That's the stupid tribe.
Except for something out of myth and legend.
It's Taryn's girlfriend.
Athena is another tribe, incidentally the one I belong to. They are, well, Irish.
And
And-
butthurt over the fact that the Vikings beat them.
They're known for being very emotional and quite drunk.
Yes, emotional, butthurt.
And as you can see, Fenna, I'm not going to be gentle on anyone. But no, Janet, you can definitely rely on a get of Fenris, as long as you're friends with them.
Well, well, thank you. I am. She says and looks at the other two and smiles, and then basically she starts asking all manner of very basic questions, but they're all questions that Shiva can certainly recognize as things that she herself had to ask Mary the first few nights after the first change.
I think Shiva will, when she can, ask her if she knows how to make Molotov cocktails and then drag her into the living room so she can do that.
Fair enough.
Explaining that vampires don't like fire or the sun. But
So I can, and she actually says, so I can help
yeah,
in that way. Okay, she says.
I think a much better question out of character than whether she knows how to make Molotov cocktails would be, do you own a copy of the Anarchist's Handbook?
In that case, the answer would be a resounding yes.
It's just
I'm guessing Shiva
That
doesn't know
thing will
Janet
teach
very
you
well.
how to make, like, what's it called? Nitroglycerin.
Yes, she goes and helps with that, and she is in general she's very eager to learn. Then we're gonna have a small break again before we return with the last little section of the tonight's proceedings. So okay, we shall see you in a few moments.